How would you feel if you were told to sacrifice your meat for veggies to minimize climate change? You're probably wondering why this matters. Are you aware that at current meat consumption rates, global greenhouse gas emissions from animal farming would increase by more than 80% by 2050? Animal agriculture has an impact on climate change, and we'll teach you all about it in today's video. So stick with us till the end. Let's get started. Protracted modifications in temperature and weather systems are referred to as climate change. Practices have long been blamed for climate change. According to scientific consensus, animal husbandry accounts for an average of 15% of global greenhouse gas outputs. It's time to pay greater attention to animal agriculture. The effects of the energy, fossil fuel, and transportation industries now dominate climate mitigation debates among world leaders. But animal husbandry, which is one of the most significant contributors to climate change, is mostly disregarded at best. The billions of chickens, turkeys, pigs, and cows crowded into factory farms create massive volumes of methane, both during digestion and from acres of cesspools full of their waste. According to scientists, methane is more than 84 times more powerful than carbon dioxide in trapping heat in the atmosphere. Generating 1 calorie from animal protein, for instance, requires 11 times the quantity of fossil fuel and generates 11 times the amount of carbon dioxide as making 1 calorie from plant protein. This would have a tremendous influence on the environment and natural resources. The clearance of forest for farming production and livestock farms is one of the primary drivers of deforestation, although this is being done to meet rising food demand. Are you guys aware that every second, 1 to 2 hectares of rainforest are cut down for livestock farming? Forests attenuate the impact of natural catastrophes and lessen the risk of climate variability. Water is one natural resource that is rapidly decreasing. Did you even know that while water constitutes 70% of our planet, just 2.5% of it is clean? Approximately 92% of pure water is often used for agriculture, with a third going to the livestock and animal sectors. So, other than leaving a large carbon footprint and having a significant global warming effect, how does animal husbandry affect climate change? Stay with us because there's more to come. Before we proceed, please subscribe to this channel with notifications so you do not miss any of our content. Number 4. Livestock farming generates methane. Cattle, like every ruminant, create methane through their digestion of food. This gas accounts for around 44% of all greenhouse gas emissions from animal husbandry. When animal dung is utilized as fertilizer, composted, or otherwise treated, nitrogen oxide is emitted. Nitrous oxide accounts for around 29% of the meat industry's outputs. Because of the massive magnitude of meat and dairy products, cow production accounts for 65% of the meat industry's overall greenhouse gas emissions. Emissions are continuing to climb as meat and dairy production intensifies. Number 3. Environmental consequences of deforestation. A startling 20% of the Amazon rainforest has already been gone, with another staggering percentage on the verge of extinction. If the devastation of the Amazon rainforest continues unchecked, we will reach a tipping point, which might end in the complete collapse of the Amazonian ecosystem, with major implications for the climate system. Forest and grasslands are necessary for maintaining local temperatures and water supplies. Their removal and conversion to farming are among the most significant producers of carbon dioxide. Furthermore, the consequent habitat damage, plus plant and animal populations in jeopardy, adding to the stress on biodiversity and ecosystems. As a result, animal husbandry has a double impact on the climate, and not only emits massive amounts of harmful greenhouse gases, but also undermines the Earth's natural defensive mechanisms. Number 2. Crop yields diminishing. Deforestation, wetland draining, and inappropriate land management are also putting fertile topsoil like humus and peat, which are high in organic matter, at risk of erosion. These irreplaceable natural resources will not be recovered in our lifetime. Agricultural technology, excessive fertilization, pollutants, and intensive agriculture impoverish and weaken the soil, which is subsequently swept away by rainstorms. Poor soil causes poor yields, necessitating the cultivation of ever larger expanses of agriculture. Number 1. Our food choices. Rising income and urbanization in emerging nations are driving an increase in meat consumption. Traditional diets high in refined sugars, refined fats, and animal products are being replaced by diets high in refined sugars, refined fats, and animal products as a result of changing demography. People are increasingly eating more canned beef, for instance. In reality, consuming little or no fat can reduce the risk of a variety of ailments, including heart attacks, strokes, diabetes, and many cancers. If you want to understand more about the environmental effects of livestock production and how to mitigate it, check out our fact sheet. Even though animal foods have a significant influence on climate change, most people are unaware of the connection between food and climate change. Knowing how various foods affect the environment is an important initial step in building climate-friendly dietary choices. Up next, we'll tell you which dietary adjustments can help you reduce your carbon footprints. Meat lovers, prepare to be crushed. Consuming more vegetables can help us modify our eating habits. Environment-friendly diets are rich in plant-based meals and light in animal products. One of the most effective climate change mitigation techniques is switching to a plant-based diet, which has several health and environmental benefits. Consider this: producing 1 kilogram of beef releases between 10 and 30 kilograms of carbon dioxide into the environment, but making 1 kilogram of soy-based tofu emits only 1 kilogram. By 2050, global food-related greenhouse gas emissions may be cut by up to 70% if everybody embraced a vegan lifestyle. A plant-based diet, in addition to its many other benefits, is one of the simplest and most effective ways for each of us to have a greater impact on climate change. For those who have spent their entire life consuming meats, it would be difficult to eat only vegetables. But would you choose your appetite over the world's safety? Thank you for taking the time to watch today's video about the impact of animal agriculture on climate change. If you have any suggestions for how to address this problem, please share them with us in the comments section below. We look forward to seeing you in our upcoming video.